Hi everybody, it's Miss Diana from the Wyndham Public Library giving you today germ science. We're going to learn about spreading the germs and how to prevent it is basically what we're trying to do, not spread it. No, we don't want to do that. And the time has come. This is really kind of neat. I usually love to be outside, but it's getting too cold. So it's obviously in the library, got the window behind me, but it's snowing and it's only October. How cool is that? That has nothing to do with what we're doing today, but I love snow. So anyway, enjoy the scenery in case you get bored with what I have to say. Okay, so the last time we did a science thing, we did work with pennies, all right? And one of them was, I don't know if you had a chance to take two different pennies, put one in water and one in lemon juice, or believe it or not, like a dark soda. And I did that, and I just wanted to share with you, that was a month later. Can you see the difference? This was the lemon juice one, and this was the regular water one. So in case you really are interested in cleaning up some of your pennies, stick them in some lemon juice. So that's that. All right, so we have three little experiments we're going to do today. I would say all of them you're probably going to want just talk to your grown-ups first to see, like, say, do you have all the supplies? And don't worry, you're not going to blow up the house, and you're really not going to spread germs either. But anyway, the first one, we just make sure with your parents, I didn't finish that sentence, did I? That it's okay to do, especially experiment number 2. You'll see why. All right, the first one, you're going to need a bowl of water, some pepper, and you can do maybe 2 experiments. You know, you can take these much farther than what I'm doing. I'm doing the very simplified version. Either hand soap, hand sanitizer. Okay, 2 great things that we can't live without right now. So what we're going to do is, unless you have microscopic vision, you can't actually see germs, and it's probably just as well. They're probably not very pretty. But we're going to today, we're going to pretend that pepper is actually like germs. It's big enough that we can actually see it with our eyes. And we're going to see what happens. I'm going to sprinkle it into the bowl. We're going to zoom down here. Alright. Pretend the pepper is germs. You don't have to spend too much pepper. You don't want to be wasteful here, but we do want to learn some things. And I want you to see what happens. Now, I don't know which one would you rather me use. Either, I know you're not really able to talk to me. You want to do hand soap or hand sanitizer? I think I'm old-fashioned. Let's go with the hand soap. And I don't know if you can see this. I can't tip the bowl, obviously. Well, maybe I can. Oh my golly, I guess I can. So we're going to spread. I don't know if you can see the pepper from there, but if not, you get the idea, and you can try this at home. Hopefully you have all the ingredients. Ah, did you see that? That was really cool. The soap just completely spread the pepper, aka the germs, immediately. So wash your hands. Oh my gosh, I can't say that enough. Anytime. Alrighty. So experiment number 2. This is the one you definitely need to ask your grown-ups if it's okay to do this. First of all, do you have any glitter in the house? You've probably already done this, maybe at school, I'm not sure. This seems to be a common theme when I pulled up germs on the computer of how to do testing of germs. So if you happen to have, there's this really fine glitter, so pretty. Miss Sam would be proud. All right, and then there's this bigger glitter. This one might be the better one to go with, just because it's easier to pick up, less messy, and whatnot. So what you're gonna do is just a little experiment you can do with some of your family members if they're interested. You're just gonna put some on your hands. Now my hands aren't too sweaty, as you can see. It's still snowing. It's cold out, so I don't have hot hands. But you just try to rub it in your hands. Pretend that the glitter is, of course, germs. And then, now again, this is just strictly in your home with your family. And then just go about your day and see just how far the glitter goes and what do you touch. And by the end of the day, just say, oh my gosh, there's glitters on that book. There's glitter over there. There's glitter on the doorknob. There's glitter in the bathroom. It's everywhere. Germs do have their way of spreading, and we don't want that to happen. So now, of course, if you wash your hands, most of the glitter will go away, and then as you continue to wash them more throughout the day, they will go more and more and more. So the reason I say make sure to check with a grown-up is because they might not want glitter all over the house. It's totally up to you guys, but it's really cool. Maybe we can do this next summer if we do science experiments back at the library. That would be awesome. Remember Lab Coat Adventures? I don't know if you've joined me with some of those. All right, we're going to move the glitter out of the way for now. And the last experiment, I think is kind of the coolest one because you're really going to see something. All right, what you're going to need, 3 baggies. And I'm going to go small. I tend to be very frugal and I don't like to be wasteful. Marker, some little pieces of paper or post-it notes. I went with orange because it's October. And a piece of bread. And you can do this with other things, but we're going to go with the bread. All right. So again, some people can do an entire piece of bread. There's no need for that. I'm just going to break it into thirds. You're going to do 3 different experiments. Now keep in mind, before I do most things, I've already washed my hands, okay? So we're not going to eat this bread. This is not part of the experiment. We're going to take 3 pieces of bread. Ah, I almost lost my spray bottle. Okay, spray each one a couple times. If you don't have a spray bottle, that's okay. Just sprinkle a little bit of water on them. That should be sufficient. Sprinkle a little bit of that. Da-da-da. All right, we're going to make number 1. Oh, I got my paper wet. How funny is that? Comedy show. Sample number 2. Number 2 is kind of wet. And number 3. Whenever you do an experiment, not every time, but oftentimes, you have a control one, which is where you do nothing to it. It's just neutral, nothing, boring. All right, so all we did, sprayed this one with water, put it in the bag, zip it up tightly, kind of squeeze the bag so the air goes out of it. That may alter the experiment and be consistent with the others. All right, number 1, this is our sample, this is our control. Number 2, you're going to take your hands and just kind of rub it, all right? Hold it, squeeze it, whatever. All right, just to see how clean your hands really are. This is number 2. Seal it up and label number 2. Now you may also want to write, this one, neutral, control. You might want to write just plain old hands, whatever works for you. Now the last one's going to be kind of the fun one. So you're going to take it and you're going to rub it between your fingers. You're going to let other family members touch it. You're going to drop it on the floor. Can you believe that? You're going to take it in the kitchen, on the counter, in the bathroom. Go to places, gosh, on the door handle. That seems to be a very common place for excuse me, for germs to hang out. Just don't go too crazy, but have a little fun with this and think like a germ. Not really. So, all right, you're going to get it really germy, okay? Now, right now, you can't see them unless you have those microscopic eyes, all right? I'm not going to run around and, I could drop it on the floor. How's that? All right, yeah, because the bottoms of our shoes tend to be kind of dirty. All right, number 3. Seal it up and label it. Now comes the part where you need to be patient. You need to go, you're going to put these in a closet, in a cupboard where it stays dark most of the time, okay? Not the refrigerator. Keep it in kind of just a warm, dryish place, all right? So then you have to be patient. Wait. Okay, if you can wait 2 days, that'd be great. If you can wait 3, that's even better. Don't look at it. If you really want to see it, you can see it. But by day 3, you're going to be, or day 2 or day 3, you're going to be like, holy cow, there should be a difference between 1, 2, and 3. And of course, I want you to try to predict which one what do you think is going to happen to the bread? Is it just going to look the same? Is it going to be change color? Is it going to get whatever? I don't want to be a spoiler here, so I'm not going to say too much. You're the scientist. I'm just here to just give you some ideas. All right, that is your last experiment. I hope it's really cool. I hope it works out. I'd love to hear from you anytime, anyway. And before we leave, I'd like to set you up for our next experiment. It's part of our next one for next month. And I don't know, for those of you who have pumpkins at home and you plan on carving your pumpkin, I guess it doesn't matter even if you don't carve your pumpkin, but it would be more fun if you do carve your pumpkin. I was inspired by a conference I went to, and this author / photographer, wrote a book called Rotting Pumpkin. Okay, so this is so simple. When Halloween is over and you're like, yeah, we don't want the pumpkin anymore, you throw it in the trash. Don't throw it in the trash. It's part of an experiment. It's going to be so cool. Keep the pumpkin, keep it outside. You might want, if it's on your deck or porch or something, you might want to set it on a tray or some pan or something, because it might leave an icky stuff on the bottom. But just leave it outside, and what you're going to wait to see, now you can check it every day after this, to see how many critters are going to be involved with this pumpkin. How many critters? What's it going to look like in a week? What's it going to look like in 2 weeks? And if you can wait that long before you throw it in the trash or ditch it in the woods, I'd love to know what your pumpkin looks like by the next time we meet next month. All right? I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek of this book that inspired me to do this, just to say, oh my gosh, we have to do this. All right, you ready? And then we're going to say goodbye. All right. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Okay, sneak peek. That was it. That's all you're getting. All right, let me know. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.